So JARON Boots Ennis is now unified IBF and WBA Welterweight champion of the world. Congratulations to Boots. Pretty much a one-sided fight. People were thinking that Stanionis was going to be a tough fight for Boots. The only reason why I think people were saying that is because Stanionis was tough. Like, he had a good chin, and he's one of them dudes that he throw a lot of awkward punches. Like, he like to punch out of his guard, kind of similar to Virgil Ortiz. But I always had a feeling, I thought Boots was gonna stop him, but then I also was like, this could be a decision for Boots because Boots was having an issue with Karen knocking him out. But then I realized maybe the reason why that was because Karen was more of a mover. But then Karen wasn't really moving a lot in the second fight. He was much more stationary than he was in the first one. Karen decided to say fuck it. He let his balls hang and said let's get it. But from the start of the fight, Boots started peppering him with jabs. The jabs was the main thing, because Stanionis usually have a pretty good jab, and Boots took that away. He was pretty much playing with him the whole night, man. Playing with him. And I did have a quiet prediction for myself. I said Boots was gonna stop him. If he did stop him, it was gonna be like round 7 to like 9. So I'm glad I didn't bet on this fight. I would have lost. It almost went to 7 though. He would have stopped him in the 7th round. If they would have threw the towel in, it was gonna go to the 7th round, but it didn't. Boots, the first person to stop Stanionis. Hey man, a lot of people been kind of like clowning Boots, calling them slippers and stuff like that because of the situation with 154 and then the situation with Brian Norman Jr. But man, listen, I don't think Brian Norman can fuck with him, bro. I don't think Brian Norman can fuck with Boots, man. We forget about Barrios. He's a non-factor. We already know what he's gonna do to Mario Barrios if they fight. We may be looking at a undisputed champion in JARON Ennis. If he gets that fight with Brian Norman, which is a harder fight for him than Mario Barrios, and he beats Brian Norman, you might as well just say Boots is undisputed, because he's going to smoke Mario Barrios. Boots was being himself. He did get hit with some shots because he liked to showboat a lot, and I was saying, yo, man, you gotta stop. I'm like, man, listen, man, you gotta stop playing. But here's the thing, I can say that because I'm not the one in the ring with Boots. We don't see what Boots see, so maybe Boots felt comfortable enough that he could play around with Stanionis. Maybe he didn't feel his power. Maybe Boots wasn't, his power wasn't doing nothing to him. And Boots showed a pretty good chin too. Stanionis showed a good chin as well. It was the body, man. I keep telling everybody about the body, especially with the European fighters, man. The body is their, it seemed like the body is their weak spot. I think the body is anybody's weak spot, man. But for some reason, everybody have a weak point to them. Like, Europeans are known to have really fucking good chins, right? But their bodies are like jello, bro. I seen it with Lomachenko. I saw it with Triple G. I forgot who it was that hit Triple G to the body. You saw him kind of wince a little bit. I don't know if it was it Danny Jacobs? It was somebody, man. I don't know if it was Canelo. Somebody hit Triple G with a body shot. He felt it a few times. You seen it with Usyk. You saw what Daniel Dubois did to him. That's where you attack European fighters, their bodies. Their chins is like granite. It'll take a while to knock out a European, man, to the body. I mean, to the head. And Stanionis' body was getting softened up. Boots was chopping his body up. That when he dropped him in the 6th round, that was 3 consecutive body shots, man. Just chopping his shit down. Boots was playing with him. You can see that whenever Boots felt like turning on the switch and pressing Stanionis, I've never seen anybody really back Stanionis up like that. Boots he may be the most versatile fighter right now. One of the most versatile fighters. I don't think nobody fuck with him at welterweight. 154 might be a different story, but if he carries his power up to 154, he could be a problem up there. I can see that. Does he have to work on his defense? I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I think if he don't want to get hit, he won't get hit. I think Boots has okay defense, man. I just think his showboater sometimes gets him clipped. But if he want to move his head, he can move his head. You saw him moving his head last night, and he was missing. Stanionis was missing. He was in there moving like the Matrix. I think Boots is the real Matrix, man. Excuse the lighting, man. But now Boots is unified. Now let's bring on Brian Norman Jr., man. I think that 1 million and some change was good for Brian Norman to take, bro. That was a career high for Brian Norman. I don't know why they didn't take that fight, man. You know, but now we can probably go back to the drawing board. I'm sure B. Norman's pops, he think that his son can fuck with him. Brian Norman is a dope ass fighter too. That should be a banger. Definitely a banging ass fight. I just think Boots got too many angles and shit for him, bro. I just think he got way too many angles for him, man. God damn, this son, dude. Oh man, son be bombing my fucking videos, man. Golly. But anyway, shout out to JARON Ennis. Now, the WBA and IBF unified champion at the welterweight division of the world, man. Let's see what's next for Boots. This is Rebel Life Boxing. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, all that hotness. I'll catch y'all in the next one. And I'm off this.